right, what's up, Call of Duty fans? What a day it has been, and it's not over yet. We still got one more series for you out. And with the two teams that we got left, I know they're trying to max that energy of that last series that we had. Coming out first on the main stage, I give to you the Los Angeles Thieves! I give you Envoy, Kenny, Draza, and Octane. Give it up for the Thieves.
The boys are looking happy, and let's talk about it. Nameless. My eyes are on Envoy and his sub play.
Dude, my eyes are on this whole roster. It is so stacked with talent, man. And, you know, talking about Envoy, that kid's a beast as well. Coming from that OpTic team, looking at him going into this roster, expecting him to do big things.
Right, Blaze, this is an underdog that's ready to take the main stage, man, and I'm ready for them to get things popping.
Yes, Velli, I am as well. The underdogs you call them, but we're going to see if they can be the big dogs. I give to you Paris Legion! We got Philo, Tim, John, and Dashy. Give it up for the Legion!
All right. the crowd is kind of not nice today, but you know what? I love this team. They're rebuilding, and I see a face up there that I love a lot. It's going to be Temp, and I think he's going to be a big deal for this roster.
Yeah, man, Temp is looking good. I'm excited to see what he can do in that submachine gun / flex roll this year.
All right, Blaze, let's go ahead and lock this thing down.
Yeah, you know, one team got more cheers, the other team got some boos, but hey, watch out for Legion. They play off that energy. Velli, take it away, because it's time to get this series started.
Woo! Now let's talk about it. The game fuel keys to victory. Nameless. Let's go ahead and break things down. This is going to be for the LA Thieves. What do you think they have to do to take this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, looking at this roster, we talked about Octane. We got to talk about him again. Like, he's going to have to play a big role on this team. And then, obviously, they have a lot of AR players. Draza, Kenny, Octane, all three of them ran AR at some point. So they're going to have to get really good at one of the SMG maps. So I'm looking at them to figure out Tuscan just so they have that deep map pool, because we saw that's what Atlanta FaZe is able to do and find a lot of success. So you got to do that, man. And I think they're going to get rid of Bocage in nearly every series.
Yeah, when Octane, you're right. When Octane's on fire, the man's a laser out there in the field, right? And aLLeY, when it comes to the Paris Legion, what is your game fuel key to victory?
Honestly, for me, it's just the fact when I look at this roster, once again, Decimate, Fellow, John, Temp, these are all players that they can pop off. They're players that have taken over a map before. And so if they all somehow do that at the same time at the beginning of this map, possibly could come out with a win. It's not looking super helpful, but I want to play devil's advocate. Like I said, I have so much love for this roster, but we got to see if they can pull it off.
Right now, when it comes to Paris as well, Slack, you've been out there on the main stage. You've been going to war with these guys here and there. What do you think Paris has to do in order to win this game?
So something I want to see from Paris, and mainly just Temp this year, is I just want to see him commit to his role. We've seen time and time again, even last year, he switched between the AR when things go wrong and the submachine gun. He feels like he needs to put the game in his hands. And in my personal opinion, I think he just needs to stick to that flex role this entire year. Let Fellow just be the main AR, and he kind of takes the back seat and just flows with that submachine gun, gets in a rhythm, and sticks with it the entire year. And then obviously we have another face again in Fellow. This is his land debut again. He's kind of been in the pro scene before, been thrown into challengers, and now he's back in the pro league. I'm expecting a big series out of him. He needs to make a statement here.
I'm loving the game fuel keys to victory from everybody on this desk, by the way. But let's go down the line when it comes to predictions. You know what, Nameless? I'm going to call you first for this one, man. Are you rocking with the Thieves? Are you going to rock for the underdogs, Paris Legion, that nobody out there really thinks has a chance in this?
Brother, I think it's going to be close.
Really?
I think it's going to go game 5, yeah. I'm going to go 3-2 Thieves.
All right, aLLeY, you've been on fire lately. Last game, you kind of, you were easy on us. I know. Who do you have winning this?
You know what? Boston Breach game, those two is typical, okay? But Paris Legion versus LA Thieves, I got to go LA Thieves going 3-0, man. But again, Paris Legion could come out the woodwork and surprise us. You never know.
All right, Slack, what you got, baby?
I think I'm going to go Paris here, right? I just think they're going to turn some heads. I think their S&D is going to be on fire, and I'm expecting a big series out of my boy John.
You guys should have seen aLLeY's face. Her jaw dropped right there. Me, myself, I'm going for LA Thieves. Why? Because Kenny is just simply that guy. That's my analysis.
Yes.
But ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and send this over to Miles and Chance. Boys, go off and take it away.
I can't fault any of the thing that anyone said there. Kenny is that guy, and Slack's a big John fan, right? I mean, this all checks out.
I can fault everything. Or at least what Slack said. That was cap. I'm not a believer at all in the slightest. But Veli also had the best analysis on the desk. He's right. Kenny is that guy. He can take over a series. But we got to watch both of these teams. And, like, Fellow was a talking point, right? He's one of those guys that, in my mind, is, like, the argument for the old guard. One of the complaints is, like, only 18-year-olds are getting picked up. It's all these fresh, young faces. Well, Paris, they went to the depths. They're picking up some of these old veteran players. John as well is another example. This is an opportunity to prove that the old guard still has it, can hang with the young kids. We can see what they got.
Well, we'll find out. Here is our maps and modes for the upcoming series. The last one of the day, friends. We hope you've enjoyed the show so far, and I'll tell you what, we've got a good series ahead of us now. Gavutu Hardpoint, our first Desert Siege, Gavutu Control, and then something. Didn't quite get there in time. Your boy's memory's getting bad in his old age. However, Chance, Gavutu's a really cool pick for LA Thieves fans. Can you tell us why?
Well, you know, it's an AR-heavy map, and they got Octane on the team. I mean, it's literally, they already pointed it out, right? Draza can also run an AR. Kenny is a menace with any gun you give him, and we've seen these guys play on this map in scrims. They look like the Terminator squad once they get going. And Octane, a man that is looking for redemption to find his way back on top. And this is the map made for him.
Well, look at he's back on top of that palm tree. First and foremost, John and Fellow. Okay, they're having a great start to this one. Again, we've seen some good scrims out of the Los Angeles Thieves here in Gavutu, but we'll see what they can bring now in the actual matches. Already a decent start from the boys of Paris Legion. Looking to turn heads and right the wrongs of what have been a couple of tough seasons for the team here. And again, I think a new look squad could be the best thing for them. John on a bit of a flank. We'll see if he can find anything here as the rest of the team holding onto that hard point as best they possibly can. The chance, time still ticking. Finally have a bit of a contest. And John, the flank slowly but surely paying off.
Well, he does get caught as well, so maybe a little bit of time going over towards the Thieves. But right now for Paris, as long as they don't overcommit in the next few seconds, they're going to be good to go potentially for the next two hills. So very strong opening start for the Legion. Towards that rotation, though, over on the boat, couple 1v1 gunfights. Temp looking to be the cleanup guy. And, well, Envoy taking his time as Paris Legion get that initial time.
Initial time, indeed. Second hard point now over the top of the ship. Decent shots out of Temp there. He's going to cut down Envoy before he can really get involved. Over to Octane now. No one on LA Thieves really popping off just yet. They've been a bit slow to start here as Legion have had their way with him in the first hard point over to the second now, and it's still looking decent. They've still got a few more players to deal with here as Paris Legion, the white arrows on the minimap, holding the line. Tyler Fellow, almost said maybe like the second, but Envoy will be there for the pickup. The trade still flying through over to Donnie Temp now, trying to get involved and through the fire and the flames. He'll carry on straight into the hard point over to Envoy. Lovely shots indeed as Temp. The movement was good, but again, difficult to check every single nook and cranny of the top of that boat. And now the kill still flowing away. 20 seconds remaining here. Thieves should be able to get a bit of time if Draza can find a kill or two. And Chance, it's proving hard to kill the Paris Legion players.
I mean, they're just in full control right now. Like, Thieves are having to fight for their life just for these, like, final few seconds of scrap time. Meanwhile, this is going to be 3 rotations, or 3 hills in a row that the Legion get there first. And we are going to a money hill in Vanguard. Number 7 Temp, already inside the point, collecting time. It's a 40-point lead, and with the map control that Thieves have right now, it's looking like it might get a lot worse.
Yep, bring your flip-flops and bring your shorts. We're going over to the beach, friends. Envoy's trying to make a play now through the jungle side of the map. And again, the pinch is on. But can they manage to get the players there? The Thieves, 1 kill at a time's all good. They're now finally into the hard point. Time now ticking their way. Paris Legion still spawning at the low right-hand side of the map, as close as you like. Can they flush Kenny out of that little amphibious vehicle? John's going to be the guy to try, but not quite able to get it. 30 remaining on this point chance, and the hold is good for Thieves.
And you talk about the perfect time for Kennedy to start to go on a spree as well. Again, this is a money hill. If you don't get this break, things can spiral out of control, but he's on a 4, can't make it 5, but at the very least, you just took away a ton of time on a money hill. And of course, for Thieves, you're spawning on that left side of the map. If there's a money hill on one side, well, there is a money hill on the other. This time it'll be Paris Legion trying to get this break, but even still, if they got a 50-point lead, they are feeling good.
Feeling good? Still haven't dealt with John, though. Now slowly but surely making his way across map. Going up against Draza in that situation, not an easy kill, but John, patience pays off. 2 players now on the hard point for LA Thieves, where they're going to spawn. Other side of the map, good news for Paris, but you got to get going right now. Number 4, he basically spawned in the back pocket of that player, but Dashy turns around, gets the kill, easy peasy lemon squeezy. 45 on the clock, Fellow, forward they go. There's 1 player left for the Thieves, and it's Kenny. No easy kill indeed. Can they flush him out and finally get some time here?
Yeah, Kenny finally gets hunted out, and there's the break. That is a money hill that, again, from the last hill, they made the adjustment, carry it through. It was a 50-point going in. And honestly, 30 seconds left. Thieves, they are too far away, do not have map control. This lead, much bigger than I was expecting going into a map like Gavutu. things are a little bit out of control, and I mean, Thieves, honestly, they're gearing up just to fight for these final 15 seconds. Bit of a bold call.
Yeah, the radio tower is a difficult spot to deal with indeed. Desi and Fellow through the back, Octane alone, and they will deal with him. Desi having a lovely time so far. For those who may be confused, Desi, formerly known as Decimate. That's right, same guy, still frying. 10-11 so far, leading the team at 121 points for Paris Legion, looking fine.
In Legion, you saw that beach control, by the way. If you manage to get control of beach, the squad spawns will actually occur in that area. It makes it so much easier to actually fight for those back spawns. Right now, number 5 for Legion, putting in some serious work, but even still, they got a long way to go before they're actually blocking them. 20 seconds already off of this hill. Thieves finally collecting time. The swarm is in, but Legion on the flank, they are taking it very slow.
Very slow indeed. The Doc, the final hard point here. There's only 30 seconds remaining on it. John with the vantage point now to work with. Draza with the angles above him. Can he find anything here through the window, through the crack? Not able to get too much done. Envoy's keeping the fight safe down low, but the numbers for the Thieves starting to dwindle as Octane. 5 and 11 on the point. He's got the time and now he's got position. Can he find anything more here? No, John. Up and about he comes, and look at this, still alive. Envoy's up next. John will finally fall as the final 10 come through. Chance, we go back over towards the center of the map. First hard point in the ring, and so far, relatively well contested for both teams.
I mean, it is a little bit crazy. The right pairs, Legion probably had the edge on 4 out of the 5 hills, but that 5th was good enough for the Thieves that they are right back into this game. Rotating over towards this new hill, though. Temp, the next AR player right now for pairs. Legion able to find a couple. Octane, the last player nearby. He's looking for the second. He connects, and Thieves putting themselves in a solid spot. Again, only a 20-point gap right now between these two teams, and Thieves, it looks like that comeback is nice and secure. They got the right side spawns. This is basically the opposite of what happened right from the jump.
Thieves cleared it up. Thieves with the time, and they're able to possibly get themselves back into this one, but it's going to be a solid hold. Looking at the mini-map, though, don't have to worry about that map position. They're going to have to get themselves across map towards boat if they want to get that P2 right off the rip. But again, in this game, Chance, we haven't quite worked out the best way to play Gavutu yet. Are you good for the breaks? Are you going to go for the early rotates? We will see. Octane, not able to get too much more of that, but Fellow cleans up 3. Temp now holding it down as well. You've got a little bit of scrap time, and you still have a semblance of control. Over now we go to the boat. Envoy trying to make the leap in, but will he be able to find those kills? Flush those players of Paris out. John was the one. Should be an episode, you know, like what? The USS Thieves now, right?
Hey, they'll take the boat. They'll take whatever they want. Envoy right now, the cutoff man, 2 in front. He's just going to get dropped. Now it looks like Fellow fighting for control. By the way, P1 control on this map is important on almost every single hill, so worth fighting over. 2 kills going their way. Fellow gets the second as well. Last player on the tank, he gets dropped. Spawn's still not flipped, but at the very least, Paris Legion finally getting control, and well, that'll be what? The 3rd lead exchange that we have seen.
Yep, back into it we go. Paris with a decent spot to be in. Draza, first player up. Tip of the spear now for the Thieves. Waiting for the reinforcements to get there. They're going to take this hit as a full fighting squad. Still, from upstairs we go. Decimate down low. Octane with the opening kills, and here come the Thieves. Perfect push. What a great break that was. They're going to have the hard point now. 15 seconds. Should all be there. Still going to watch out for a couple of Paris Legion players still nearby.
Fellow, though, he's just trying to slow it down, right? Spot information or get dropped instantly. Kenny winning that gunfight solidifies that rotation towards this next hill. Caught it a money hill the last go around. That turned out not to be the case. Temp might win a gunfight at all, but you already see Thieves, right? They've got control over towards the beach side of the map. They got the spawns in the back, and as long as they don't let anybody through, which Desi has made it behind enemy lines, they should be good to go. But Desi, I mean, he's found the opening. He's the guy that needs to make the play. He gets the kill. Thieves now outside of the hill, and again, a money hill. That is what it takes to break it down. Desi, he found the play.
Finds the play. Open field for now. Octane trying to make his way forward. Fellows with the engagement now. Stunned up, waiting for the squad to show up and help out, covering those angles. And here comes the push. Paris still trying to make the break here. We've got Thieves locking this one down. Well, we've had a great start from Paris Legion. I'd love to hear how the squad's doing. Let's go for a quick listen in.
Can I hold boat? Can I hold boat? Yeah, hold boat.
Yeah.
You get initiative, but not play initiative.
Okay, okay.
I'm on top ring. I need help. Deep got hit. All good. Deep got hit. We're good.
I only
Full
got
60
one
so we're good, yo.
They're hitting ring.
No, you can get bad timing boat. I'm back.
Yeah, I know. I could.
You can get bad timing.
Draza is P5 and
I'm
one
going
is...
top, John. I'm literally going top. I'm playing my ring push.
Right,
I need low beach. I'm playing ring.
Yeah, I have your low beach.
Mid.
I have your low beach. Nice. You can be cliff. He's
I
gonna
have
be
your low
cliff.
beach. I stuck cliff for you? Honestly, playing me ring. Stairs are probably low beach.
I got one ring.
Could be cliff, guys. Cliff, watch out. We don't know last guys.
I do front.
Go 2 cliffs. Someone just get back down. One deep alley, yeah.
Could be front.
Let's go!
Let's fucking go, baby. Yeah, I'm pushing out. Oh, never mind. I'll get time. Holding. He's just holding cliff. Take your time.
Yeah, well, push one drop. Nice. One more, I think.
Got 2.
Nice, good job, Dad.
One more.
I
stunned him.
front hill.
I got him.
3, 4.
Need it deep,
I need deep.
There's still clip, right? There's still clip.
I'll help you at all. Yo, they're right stairs.
I don't think anyone's hitting.
I'm bush cliff. Absolute cliff. Weak cliff. I hit him with the nade. That's gonna be range. Go ahead, John.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. He's clipped.
I'm one shot.
John's Paris Legion comms, honestly, very clean. They seem very organized. They seem to know what they're doing.
I mean, they maybe just like slightly disjointed, but if you're getting the kills, doesn't matter. Honestly, Thieves basically just walked face first into the shredder, but this is the hill the first go around that brought the Thieves back into the game. They get the lead right here, and look at how far away Paris Legion actually are. Again, you want to be approaching this hill from the beach, but already 15 seconds have gone by. You don't have a ton of time, but look what you have to cross. Octane, the turret is ready, can only find the first. The opening is there.
He goes Envoy next in to pick up the pieces. Can't quite get it done. Temp's there. The kills are now clean. You've still got 2 members of the Thieves on point, still spawning very close. Paris, you gotta go, friends. There's 30 seconds on the clock, and they're only 10 away from the win. You've got to make the move now. Draws are sitting pretty, just chilling, waiting for the time to tick in. 5 seconds now. The kills keep coming through. Octane's got you covered. And map 1 goes to the LA Thieves.
I'm thinking Thieves, and keep in mind, from the jump, that was like best case scenario for the Paris Legion, right? Literally the first 4 hills, they handled both the money hills as well as you possibly could, built up a nice lead, but P5 the first go around, and obviously at the end of the game, Paris Legion had no response. They basically were just continuously trying to flood through the front, which I tell you, we are not gonna see any teams really have a ton of success with that strat, so I think maybe Paris Legion just specifically on that hill, a little bit behind, and well, again, Thieves take full advantage, completely bully him out on that final hill.
Take good care of him. I mean, admittedly, I thought maybe it's just me. I'm being a little funny about this as we look at the stats, but I thought that was a generally not an unimpressive game, but a very unflashy game. Very much the fundamentals played very well there by the LA Thieves. They didn't have to do anything crazy. No one had to pop off. In fact, no one went positive. Oh no, Kenny went positive, what, 3? But apart from that, everyone just putting forward like a very good fundamental performance.
I mean, again, it really was just a genuinely slow start. I think Octane and Draza both double negatives, like right from the jump. And again, I'll say it again, it was literally just comes down to that one hill. Paris Legion, even the first go around, when they actually had the pressure on the beach, it just seemed like they were a little bit too slow, a little bit too timid, and end up getting punished. But whatever the case may be, map 1 in the books, and just a second look at some of the highlights. As you pointed out, maybe no ridiculous plays on the map, just solid gameplay from both squads.
They knew exactly what to do, and they certainly got the job done. Still from Paris, a nice opening there. They seem to just sort of run out of steam, and again, that one bad hard point certainly cost them in the end. But a look across the board, and again, Gavutu, a map that we favored Thieves on coming into this one. Didn't necessarily blow them out of the water, but we'll see. Again, this series should be a fun one indeed. I'm interested to see if any of those big predictions from the desk come through, because so far, Paris is certainly an underdog in this tournament, at least on paper. But I'm liking what I'm seeing already, Chance. I've got nothing bad to say, really, so far.
I mean, I will say maybe it's just like a habitual reaction from me when Slack picked Paris. I'm like, really? Are you sure about that? So again, maybe a couple bold calls on the desk, but you never know what's going to happen in the S&D. I mean, Desert Siege is where we're going to for map number 2. We have yet to see it played on land because, you know, it's day number 1 of the kickoff. We got to take our time to go through them, but as few snipers have we really seen today. We've seen a little bit. Desert Siege, both teams, almost every single round. I have to imagine they're going to have the boom.
It's a big old map. Desert Siege, map number 2 coming up in just a moment. And yeah, it's a huge map. It's got a long lines of sight all over the place, whether it's the train or the trench side of the map. Both bomb sites, we're expecting to see a lot of smoke action here. That middle building, very important to control. Going to be a fun one to play. Control coming up after that, of course, on Gavutu, Tuscan Hardpoint, and Bukaj, Search and Destroy. Map number 5, should we need to go the distance. And I want to go the distance, friends. I'm having a lot of fun with you lot. You guys have all been amazing, by the way. Honestly, you guys have seriously, as far as the kickoffs go, this is definitely top 2, and it ain't 2.
Decent reaction to that. It took him a second. I was getting a little bit worried, but the crowd has been
I had to do the maths.
Again,
the maths.
Capsidal play where he goes the H3, the crowd's popping off. It has been a fantastic time, but we're going into Desert Siege. We're going into a Search and Destroy. So I'm looking at players like Fellow. He is like setting kill records in challengers back in the day when he was in the Pro League. S&D has always been his bread and butter. When you're going against players like Kenny, who at times are the best S&D player in the world, he's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting mix-up. I think for this match, Paris is a good team in general when it comes to Search and Destroy. That whole team is really impressive, whether it's their history, whether it's their current form. That is a making for a very, very solid squad. Let's see how it goes, though, because in theory, on paper, and in game is very, very different. But so far, we'll see how it goes. Desert Siege coming up next. Again, the last match of the day here for Kickoff Classic day number 1. And man, it's been wild, Chance, for everything we've all thought about what Vanguard was going to be like. It's been litty.
Yeah, it has been a fantastic day, exceeding my expectations as well. You bring up some of the snipers as well. John, one of the best snipers we have in like Call of Duty history.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to see him back on the main stage. And then Octane, that's like his bread and butter. He came from like the sniping scene before he hit competitive. It has been too long since we've been able to see these players show off what they can do. And again, on a map like Desert Siege, it will be constant battles. To be quite frank, I mean, even a double snipe strat is not the worst thing you could possibly have. Both edges of the map wide open. And then, of course, well, it is as mixy as it could possibly be in the dead center of the map. The fight for mid control, obviously, going to be for power plays.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see how that goes now in Desert Siege. Loading up now. Players are getting into the lobby. And, Charles, I want to bring up another talking point in this series for me. It's the tremendous rivalry that we've been seeing developing over the sort of the last few weeks on social media and imagining game as well. I mean, and that rivalry, it's Kenny and Draza.
Yeah, the best rivalry in the league by far. Those two are absolute comedy nonstop. One of the most entertaining streams I've seen this year was they were playing 1v1s on Dome, and I've never seen more trash talk in my entire life when those two guys are going at it. By the way, fun fact, Draza spelled backwards is hazard.
Every year.
You can say it once per year, and like 30% of the chat will be like, oh my God, I didn't think about that. That's so obvious.
Mind blown. Well, you're about to have your mind blown once again, friends. First time we see Desert Siege here in the league. Search and Destroy. This is map number 2. Also, in that 1v1, Kenny got smoked. Draza actually whooped him. It was brutal.
I mean, you didn't have to bring it up.
It was brutal. It was. I'm sure there's a video. I'm sure they YouTube that bad boy. But here we go. 2 bomb sites. First to 6. This is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to see some snippet snipes all game long. Here we go. Map number 2.
Oh, we're on that.
POV! That's what we wanted! That's what I'm talking about!
He don't miss! Octane again, that he was born for it. The bomb gets planted. You got the sniper on the outside of the map. This is going to be a dumb first round win. Thieves, make it happen.
Temps in, smoke's clearing. Get out of there, man. That bomb's down. John's got the sniper on the other side. Will he be able to make anything of it? There's the Octane. He's downrange. That little glint of the scope's going to give it away. And I shot from John. And here we go. Octane versus John. And there you have it. Desi, last player up. And it's done.
So casual, just having fun. I don't know if he's used to that snipe flying through the guy up in the air like that, but again, Octane, you bring it up for a reason. Again, you talked about John, it's the exact same thing on the flip side. 2 of the best snipers we have in Call of Duty history. Maybe, I don't know, top 8?
Jeremy Stein is like literally foaming at the mouth.
We'll go top 8. I'm not saying top 4.
Jay's foaming. Welcome you round. Let's get it. Another round now. We'll see if history can repeat itself. Octane's taking the other side of the map, but the bomb's going over towards A, so we won't see too much crazy snipe action, but oh yeah! Temp saves the day! Wow, the Guardian Angel's getting ready for the big old Kool-Aid Man joke there, but nope, that goes the other way. Man advantage, Paris Legion.
I feel like that's the Envoy special. I'm watching it set up like there's no way this is gonna work. And like, I don't know, 80% of the time he makes it happen, and occasionally he just looks like a maniac. Sniper towards the outskirts of the map, and Kenny, he's just dodging it away because now it is a 3 versus 2. Thieves with man advantage. Tempo, the late flank, able to find one, and I was gonna say he might have time to get the bomb down, but he's going for the wrap.
Father and son duo versus Temp. Temp, oh my God, blessed. It's a 1v1. Kenny, last player up.
And if he didn't get shot at immediately, he has to know that Kenny probably rotated. Oh, Kenny playing the man.
30 seconds. Oh, plays him very well. Kenny, Thieves with another round.
I was thinking for a moment, Kenny obviously, like earlier in the round, was playing up to watch over the A site, so I figured if he didn't immediately get Draza's trade, Temp might know that Kenny roamed over this direction, but he just tries to fake it out. Kenny, again, lives for search and destroy. That is his bread and butter. That's where he came from, all the way back to like the Ghost days. Quavo Kenny. He wins his once.
Round 3. Yeah, we're watching Octane off the rip. Where's he going? Going away. I like it. Here we go. All right, not quite as explosive as the others.
John,
But okay, but
John,
there's John. Nades exchange, Desi with the opening blood. And we're going to see a slight shuffle now. But, I mean, Envoy is out there alone right now. He's in trouble, but a lot of footsteps, the pitter-patter of Temp across that middle building, and we'll see if he can't catch him. Oh, my word. This is so tense. They're incredibly close to each other. Envoy with the first. 3v3.
Fellows in the back. Fellow spotted this, but it doesn't look like he has the angle to actually get the kill. The nade's coming through, and it's enough to get it done. Fellow finds the pick. They got the bomb down. 45 seconds on the clock. Kenny and Octane, they got to make something happen. And Octane with the snipe. It feels like it's on him to find this pick, but for the moment, Paris giving him nothing.
And he also sees nothing. We all know that bomb's down. Desi's in a great spot here to watch it, and I think he saw him. Quick plant. Kenny on the coverage. Here comes the push forward. Kenny with the good coverage. Great coverage. Gets two of them. He's on a 5 spree. Fellow last player left up with the bomb planted. This has gone from bad to worse. This is a tough 2v1 now with 35 on the clock. And Fellow around the outside. And there it is. Thieves. 3 straight.
Kenny's got him, bro. Kenny's got him easy as it can be. Again, they were giving him nothing with the snipe. They figured that out after 15 seconds. The man with the sniper has to go for the bomb and the coverage on point. And honestly, it's one of the very few clutches we've seen today. Obviously, Clayster showing off the 1v2 a little bit earlier on, but LA Thieves deliver.
Good rounds, though. Thieves are edging these ones out only just. It's 3-0 so far. Here we go again.
And also just got to give, credit to Envoy, even things up, and it was a 3v4. Credit where credit is due, can't be overstated. Once again, though, Paris leaning towards this ace site. But a very fast flank coming through Draza.
Yeah, Draza's already in, man. He's in. Looking to find his first, potentially. Oh, what the hell? What in the red? He's seen fellows. Red in the red. Hello. Okay, Draza makes it work eventually. It was a little strange. It got a little bit weird. And okay, he's still making it work out. Can John stay alive? He's moving. He's shuffling. And somehow, Draza, what is going on? This is the weirdest fight we've seen. John stays alive. Octane manages to nail one. Puts the sniper away for a brief moment. And Kenny has yet to die. Desi now. Oh my God. He does manage to make Kenny finally drop 1v1 as Desi could get Paris on the board right here, right now. Or not.
That's just tough. Tough from Decimate, or Desi, excuse me. Flying down, hot Octane one shot.
Octane.
And just couldn't. I mean, hey.
Octane.
That's the amount of force he brings with the sniper.
Good save.
TNT in his hands, in game.
Big clutch once again. Thieves looking at 4-0 right now. Serious focus on John's face. He's been here many times before. Another round. We go back to it. Once again, starting things off with Octane. There's a lot of players going over towards A. And here we have it. The Battle of the Desert. And John wins it this time.
John misses once. Does not happen again. The adjustments are there. He read the spot Octane was going to be playing. Picks come through, and by the way, Kenny sitting on full streaks, not too bad to have. Another pick comes through, and all of a sudden, Kenny in a 1 versus 2 knows exactly where John is, has the bomb down in the middle of the map. Plenty of time to work with. You got 2 streaks as well. Frankly, wouldn't be impactful at all, but he does have them.
He is slowly but surely making his way behind these players. John and Fellow may be holding hands, but the Thunder Buddies may be in for a real treat as Kenny slowed right down, and this has just changed it. Doesn't have the bomb, has to make something happen, a chance.
Oh, well.
There we go.
Just gets dropped. Trying to clear out so much of the map, but Paris Legion just working together. And I think Kenny has been a part of 2 clutches already. The 2v3 earlier, he's watching over, picks up 2 with the Automaton. 1 is 1v1. This time, Fellow takes care of business. Paris Legion making sure to add another one to the board. Obviously, got to give credit to John again, those first bloods with a snipe. If you open up with a sniper and take away that threat on the other side on a map like Desert Siege, it takes away a lot of the nerves.
Yeah, finally able to breathe, able to make something happen across map, and we're going to go back at it. Octane is downrange in a slightly different position. John is combing through that overturned train car, hoping to find something. An Envoy, again, the aggression, the Dark Prince is creeping forward, finds it. Kenny, 1 to match as well, and now it's a 4v2.
And that bomb down just in such a tough spot.
Oh my
You're
God.
just going to sniff out everything. Desi for a 1 versus 4. And I mean, again, it seems nigh impossible. And even if something crazy happens, Kenny, I mean, this would be a round where the glide bomb can make it back if you need it. But you don't. Thieves, a clean and easy round. Everybody finding picks all across the map. Both Envoy and Kenny deliver. Is Envoy able to get a couple? And this is just Thieves on cruise control. They're not sweating at all.
Not at all. Easy looking round for them for Paris. That was a really tough one. Almost as bad as the new Matrix. Almost. Here we go, though. This is map point. This is to put the Thieves up 2-0 in the series. The boys are flying forward. They've got themselves all the courage in the world. The confidence is on their side. Here we go. Straight onto the B-bomb site. 2 players making their way forward through the trenches. It's going to be Fellow on that side of the map. The flank now on. Here comes the fight. Draza may be able to slow him down, but this is going to be a big one. Eyes on Dashy at the very least, trying to cut these players off. Oof, Octane's getting slowly blinded, and the battle on the flank still raging. Ay, the little tippity top of Fellow's head not gone yet. Nice shots indeed. 2v2 now on the retake. Oh, I'll take it back. 2v1.
And they know exactly where he is, and this is a retake where you got to go across. And well, there's the glide bomb to find him.
Clean him up.
The job done. Boredom on the face of Kenny as they storm through map number 2. The desert is their home.
That was that straight desert power from the LA Thieves, looking extremely confident on that map. Snipes, their bomb rotations, you know, and Kenny just going mad. It was like 7-0 at that point in time. He managed to get himself full streaks, looking absolutely fantastic. LA Thieves, 2-0 in the series.
And I think even as soon as Octane gets that first blood, round 1, hitting that snipes, oh, it's like that? That's how it's going to be? And then the clutches galore again. Kenny won a 1v1, the 2v3. They're able to clutch up when he's watching over Octane going for the bomb down. That was much simpler once the guns got hot for the Thieves than it was in map number 1. But again, first blood's on point, clutch is on point. Kenny 11-2, one of the better stat lines we have had in Search and Destroy today. And again, I mean, a 6-1 victory, there's only so many things you can say.
Yeah, 1446 damage there from Kenny. Great stuff out of him. That's one for the highlight reel in certain ways, and we're going to be seeing that highlights indeed. We get to watch that first snipe back, and what a banger it was. Desert Siege. Looking forward to seeing many a snipe battle here, as there it was. Clay pigeon shoot Fellow did not know what had hit him. But yeah, snipe after snipe after snipe. We saw some goodies, and Octane showing certainly that he's one of the more formidable long-range fighters in the league.
And a nice little mini battle as well, right? John did bounce back. That was the only round they had any sort of success is when John found that pick. But it's nice to see snipers get used. And, you know, maybe not absolutely dominate, take over the game, but they can have an impact, you know, like they always have.
They have indeed. Impact is back. And again, at 4-1, this is where Kenny really started to take over. And the full streaks, they've certainly come into play. And a map like Desert Siege, I mean, I would strafe and run. You think about how far away those players are. Fellow in that kind of situation, you could hit him with that. And we have yet to see anyone in the league really pop off and hit a very, very solid strafe run. It's not an easy kill streak to use. Very, very situational. The glide bomb, no, it's a 7. And as long as you've got, you know, if you don't have what fortified on, then you're a dead man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very strange thing. Glide bombs, it's almost detrimental to call them in at times. It feels like you don't even want to in a lot of situations, but that's a different conversation for a different day. LA Thieves up 2-0, and again, if that S&D was any indication, they are certainly warmed up and ready for the next Gavutu.
We go back to Gavutu for Control, but first and foremost, friends, we need to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, could be the last map of the series, could be the last map of the day. We'll see you after the break.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Zenni Gaming. Armor your eyes with Block's gaming glasses starting at $24 by visiting zenni.com/CDL. The Call of Duty League is brought to you by TeamSpeak, the official broadcast communication partner of the Call of Duty League.
Kickoff Classic, it's a preseason, but it's more so just like how we feel as a team on land. So it feels good, and it's like a good start.
It's the dawn of a new era, if you will. There's a lot of storylines building up, new rosters, new games. So it's the beginning.
We're back on land and with a new team, very good team. So you get to show what you're starting this time. What you can do. I'm actually starting this time, not on the bench.
We really just tried focusing on Hardpoint and Search and Destroy, but the team's looking good so far. You know, being in LA on 50 ping isn't ideal, but we're still putting up good fights against the team, so we're happy to be here on local.
Being able to play for a city and a larger fan base is truly what it's all about.
I'll say our biggest rival is LAG, just because some of the players came from our team last year, and it's also the other LA team. So the Battle of LA is kind of a big thing. We didn't beat LAG once last year. So looking to change that this year.
We'll turn that around.
You know, turn it around and actually make it.
I'm the LAG Reaper, bro. We're good.
My biggest challenge last year probably was getting out of winners. We didn't win a winners match, and we were in like 4 out of the 5 events. But I'm attributing that to just, you know, overall consistency.
Shout out to my family, you know. They got me here in the first place. Shout out to my wonderful girlfriend, my dog.
Shout out to my girlfriend and my brother Tyler, who are coming out to see this Texas event. And shout out to Alaska. My whole entire family out there. So shout out to the 25 people out there.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Might be the best banter in the league, LA Thieves, or we will see. Because man, that was fun. We were laughing, genuinely, having a good old chuckle at that, having a great time. Who's not having a great time? Paris Legion.
No, not at all. I've never seen someone shout out a dog before. I was not prepared for that, but yeah, the sense of humor is on point. It's comedy as well. If they can't beat LAG, Octane, that's the only team he can beat, at least historically. So maybe they have that perfect mix for the squad, and certainly against Paris, it has looked good so far. Still, got to close out the series. We do go back to Gavutu, and we talked about how good like the ARs normally are for Thieves, how good Octane can be. Didn't really show it off in map number 1. I think Kenny, the only player positive for the squad. Maybe though for Thieves, the guns are hot, or maybe for Paris, an opportunity to get the momentum back in their direction. See if they can turn things around in Control.
Control's been the turnaround moment for many a series, many a team so far. We'll see if it will happen again. Back to Gavutu we go, friends. We hope you brought an umbrella. Actually, no, said this early in the day, no umbrella. There's high winds. Water repellent gear. Control. 2 zones. Capture them or kill your opponents. The choice is yours. We will find out though if the Thieves will go 3-0 here today, or if Paris Legion can finally mount the comeback.
And I would say actually Gavutu Control is probably the most balanced in terms of like points you're willing to attack in the game. Admittedly, only 2 maps, so a little bit more balanced than Tuscan. That's all I'm saying, but an A hit off the rip for the offensive squad. Paris right now looking to see if they could potentially get a stack on this point. Really just looking for the first blood. Right. Pistol OP, Draza taking him down.
Draza almost managing to get the seconds, but not able to quite get that last shot. Still, kills going good so far. Pressure over towards A. Legion on the offense and managing to get themselves close, but not quite onto the point just yet. Temp's looking to find the kill. Flying forward towards Octane. Will he check it? He does. Cuts him down. No one able to quite get on there just yet as the defense still holding the line chance.
And you're really just waiting for that moment when you actually get the clearance. Once you get rid of like the final player on defense, and that should be Kenny, but now Draws is there. But if you ever actually get that map control and get that boat, well, then you will be wheeling and dealing. But even still, Draws that last player up just enough to cause problems for the squad. Dashy inside the hill. Gets taken out eventually. I imagine in the feed it pops up, there you go. And no ticks of progression have come through, and that's a ton of lives and a ton of time already taken care of.
25.9, the clock finally gets stopped there as the Paris Legion managed to get another point. Fast progress as well. First segment gone. They've got 2 players there getting the job done, and there's less than 20 lives remaining now for the LA Thieves. Draza looking to get the angle from above. This should be great. Can he stop the capture progress now? Slides on in, rat in hand. Nails it, gets the kill, drains the segment, and keeps the clock flowing. 20 seconds left.
Next kill up top, can't get it. Temp able to find 2. Even still, 15 seconds. You have to milk this time. And for Thieves, you might have the opportunity just to fight tooth and nail to get them off the A. no reason you can't at least go for the push. Kenny able to find 3, and the last man standing. He's going to be forced to go over towards B. Draza, though, he's ready for the gunfight. He gets taken down, and that is a clean wipe. Thieves take care of business. Defense round number 1. Done and dusted.
A slight life lead. 15 at the end of that one to the 12 of Paris Legion, but a very good defensive hold chances. No getting around that one. They managed to keep them off it until, what, 29 seconds into the round, or left in the round. So great stuff there from the LA Thieves. Swap sides. Let's see how Paris hold the line.
And again, when I talk about this map being more balanced, it's obviously B is very far away. I still think this is obviously going to be a defensive-sided map, but you do have opportunities. Once you get control of B, once you get on that tank, it can be very difficult to weed a player out. Looks like Thieves, though, just going for more of a map spread. Again, just automatons across the board. Kenny leading the lobby in slang, waiting for the plays to develop. As Draza, by the way, just in the meantime, busy killing everyone in sight. Another kill going their way. That's 3 down. You got bodies on the point. The progression starting to come through.
It was almost a 2-stack, so good job then again from Paris Legion on that defense, keeping the players off. Draza still with top boat control. Envoy touches B for a moment, pulls the defenders away, trying to draw some aggression. And right now, on the flank, looking to hope to soften him up and get his boys in that boat finally.
Yeah, and he's on a 4 spree, so apparently started 0-5, and well, on point since then, a couple kills away for some score streaks, and he's starting to force those spawns out. This is just as easy as it gets. Once you start forcing those spawns out over towards B, A almost assuredly should follow. Only 1 player on the point, though, so it's going to take a great deal of time, but that means Envoy just gets to run around, have a little bit of fun, try to get that next score streak, as he is drawing like 3 players' attention his way.
Yeah, my guy's playing jungle run right now. He's just flying around, collecting coins, collecting kills, doing what he can to leap over obstacles, and he's still going, still rolling. He's got a few more players in sight. There's the kill! Does land it. 10 brings him down eventually, but the damage is already done. A's gone, and now over to B. The final point over by the beach for Paris Legion.
And they got, what, a 6 life advantage right now. I mean, even the comms just to try to figure out where Octane is, just constantly, oh, he's behind us, oh, he's behind us. And we talk about maybe the streaks not being hyper impactful, but if you got 2 of them, Envoy, maybe eventually, if he gets some map control, a situation where they can make something happen. But as it stands, Kenny, the furthest aggressive player for Thieves, he finds 1, he gets dealt with, and Decimate in prime position to try to cut these Thieves players down, and he's got the help over top. Paris have just completely locked this map down.
This is going huge. Another kill here from Octane would be good. Holding this side of the map down pretty much alone. What a shot. 5 in a row now for him. Back over towards the boat side of the maps where the rest of the battles are taking place. And again, Paris Legion starting to build that confidence, driving these players of the Thieves back. Big kill from Fellow there as Desi now looking to wrap these players all the way around. But the battle towards the boat, that's really where it's all going down as Desi eyes on these players. His teammates are doing a great job of staying alive as well, keeping the streak alive. And chance the clock is still ticking. That B zone safe as you like right now.
And again, we saw earlier on how difficult it is to like front into P5 right from the boat. Well, that's basically the same situation right now. Decimate forcing these players to try to go through the middle of the map. And they're basically in the blender in this situation. He gets the streaks before he get dropped. This was a 7-life lead that the Thieves had. Well, now they're down by 1 in Octane, the only player anywhere near the point. He's going to stop the clock, but he's also going to get double stunned, double naded, killed by Fellow, or he'll beam him, stay alive. Can't get the second, but only 12 seconds left. Thieves, they're going to have to fly.
Kenny trying to be the one to do just that, not able to fly too far as his wings have been clipped. But speaking of flying, Desi bringing the glide bomb now in. Gets the player right off the point. Kenny will make his way forward, but Desi's there once again. And Desi, he does help out. He gets the kill. Temp's there to stop it. And another beautiful defensive round there on Gavutu and Paris. They do manage to invest the streak chance, so no glide bomb now, but we still have the strafing run to play with.
It very much is a situation. If you ever start to get spawn trapped on offense on this map, I mean, it takes, what, maybe 20, 25 seconds if you're not getting shot at to run to the point. And of course, if you got to pass all the power positions, it takes that much longer. So as soon as Paris Legion able to clear out the guys like Envoy who are in their spawn for seemingly too long, once they get that clearance, they are good to go. Defense holds strong, and Envoy, even if things start to get spicy, does have full streaks.
Over the way we go. Paris have managed to get in. They've checked every possible corner. They're not quite got on the point just yet, but they should be there in a moment. Fellow with the first blood. John in a very, very precarious position. He could go huge. get on that point, slow these players down, and here we go. Stopped at 102, capturing a slow and steady progress, and it was real slow, and now there's 3 of you dead. Paris could have hit the gas a little quicker there, I feel.
And Kenny being safe as well, though. He's flying out towards P1. I say being safe, he's flying over, and he picks up 2. He does get dropped, and I think that's the Kenny special. He's probably YYing the entire way there, but even still, again, Draza on the boat. If you get this mid-map control, it is just so difficult to find your way through all of these automatons in the feed. As Thieves, again, just in their comfort zone.
That's exactly the same thing we saw in their first defensive round. Envoy now getting in the mix. Way, nice 2-piece. Temp's up next. Draza does get drops. We lose that top boat control there for the LA Thieves. Paris now starting to get the capture, 25.5. And again, Lightning is going to strike twice, and here we go. Envoy not able to get another kill, but the streaks are still there. Draza cleans out the point. The clock once again ticks. 20 seconds now remaining in the round, and it's almost identical chance to the first defensive round.
I mean, it's what? Draza, you get the boat, some other AR, watch like the P1 push through, and you're just feeling good to go. Envoy, he just gets freedom. 10 seconds left on the clock right now. Paris, anyone is just trying to fight to get near the A point. No one anywhere close. And that is as dominant as a round of defense you will really ever get to see. Comfort zone for the LA Thieves, but obviously that just means 3 for 3 on defense. We go back for Paris Legion, who, if I had to take a guess, they are down maybe 7 or 8 kills in total.
That's a good guess. I think you're in the ballpark for sure. Do the math? Nah, go on. I dare you. We have the data feed
11. No, -3. 8. They're down by 8 kills.
There you go. Not bad, son. We have full access to all the stats at the moment, friends, so we can actually tell you the exact number. Here we go. Potentially the final round. Paris Legion, got to hit the defense here. This is match point for the LA Thieves. John flying forwards, and what do you know? We're going to B for the LA Thieves.
And again, it is a little bit easier on Tuscan to go for these sort of like off-brand pushes. And well, they invest the streak. Unfortunately, Draza falls and Fellow. He finds 2. Use the streak. That's actually going to kill him. He doesn't have fortified.
You know. You learn something new every day.
It's like the 3rd Glybon kill we've seen all day.
Until we patch it. Come on, friends. Here we go. Over towards B still. 2 players now in mid trying to find those kills, and it's Kenny on your screen who's looking to find something here. Envoy's having a bit of trouble there in spawn. John's being a real nuisance. The kills are good for Paris right now. They have a slight life advantage, 45 seconds on the clock, and Thieves are committing to B. They're still making it happen. Kenny can't quite stay alive on the rock. Desi gets the better of him. Octane still from that top position, and John is still behind you. John will be traded out, but the kills are there. Strafing run lands on nothing. Sends a couple of bodies flying, but that's going to be that. Paris have had a great hold so far, Chance, and the clock's still dwindling away. 25 now remaining. They've got solid hold on A, and if Temp dies, then B is open, but we'll see how the fight goes.
And the only thing Thieves have to do, whether or not they win this round, they just need to not get outslayed by more than 8. Right now, they are in a very comfortable position. Whether or not they actually get the dub, but they're still fighting, trying to end it in this round. They want to take him down on offense. They get plenty of clearance off the point. It still looks like only 1 person in the hill. I think they're keeping a guy top boat control. Actually, no, 2 players inside the hill. This will go in the next maybe 12, 13 seconds.
Draza goes big. Force spree right now, helping the boys capture the point. Second segment, A gone. Another strafing run comes by. Keeps the players of Paris Legion suppressed. And there we go. A is gone. Another minute to play with. 4 down, though, for the LA Thieves.
Hey, I don't say this often, but keep in mind the objective isn't entirely the most important thing, because Paris, they need to get the win by more than 8 kills. And I don't even know what happens when you tie, what the secondary fault is, but they got the spawn trap, and right now they're up by 6, though Thieves, they're playing with fire. They're stuck in their spawn, down by 7, and if it's a fight for defense potentially for the round 5, that's what Paris is looking for. They might do enough to get the run back and keep defense for round 5.
The war of attrition right now. The Paris Legion are winning. Envoy manages to escape the trap finally. He slips the net, makes his way through boat, and now he's looking to cause as much damage as he can. Paris pushing the advantage. Top mid control for now. Temp with the comms, Envoy on the flank. He's got a little bit of time before he's really able to get going, and time is not on the side of the Thieves. Less than 30 now to play with. Envoy, the dream's still alive at the back line. He may be able to get onto B. Still has to worry about the spawn as his teammates are battling tooth and nail in mid-map. And it's still John holding down the central circle. He's still alive up there. Fellow drops to Envoy. Back and forth we go. John's still good in the middle of the map, and a big win from Temp. Chance is 10 seconds, and we may be going to round 5.
And that's 8 kills. I don't even know. This is going to come literally down to the wire for the final moments. The trades are in, 5 seconds left, and if it's a tie, I honestly don't know. It feels like a dice roll. Hey, maybe the backup is to go for objective. If that's the case, Thieves got it. They captured A. They had more actual tick progression.
It could come down to segments. We don't know.
Control has only been played for a few weeks now. I've only seen X number of scrims.
We are about to find out
who gets the answers.
We're going to find out who gets defense, and this could make or break it.
Thieves are. Oh, yeah, Paris got it. Paris got it. Okay, well, I mean, we can talk about it all day, of fighting for those points, of dealing with the spawn trap, of not setting up and going for the kills. Or maybe this new patch could have changed something.
Who knows, mate?
Happens,
I've got no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. Envoy somehow dies. It's an aggressive start from both teams. That Botan is now swarming with Thieves members. It's John alone here. Big tags, not enough to get it done though as Octane brings him down. On to the point we go. A starting to be captured.
That is quite a few kills as well. Envoy, again, he is finding the opportunity to be annoying. He's the SMG, by the way, and he's got 26 kills. He's +6. He finally gets caught, but that was 3 arrows for Paris Legion that were worried about him. That's 2-6 progression through on A, and they should be set up to go. It looks like Paris maybe actually trying to fight it. The last-ditch effort. It does go through, and, well, at least John just falls. Fellow now a little bit aggressive as well, but hey, if you get that map control, Paris have been on point once they set up the spawn trap.
Desi's looking to do his very best on-point impersonation in the center of the map, now trying to apply that pressure, and here he is. Sees a aBeZy, gets a aBeZy. Sees a Kenny kills him. There we go. The time's still ticking away. Paris Legion down by a few lives, but for now, they can take that. The clock is on their side. 1 minute and 35 seconds. They have to hold on, stay alive in this series.
And Envoy has been the playmaker. He is the guy to make the play. He has been consistently able to get behind enemy lines, and he can't find the timing there. They hunt him down. John taking care of business. The sub strikes from the either side, and again, it is just a hike to go across the map. They're trying to fight themselves through mid, and even look at the minimap. Temp, he's behind enemy lines. Free kill number 1, free kill number 2. Set up for the spawn trap. Defense OP, unless someone, maybe Draws turn to find some opening. But Temp just frying.
Absolutely frying. Not able to get Octane again, though. I mean, he found plenty of kills in that moment of time. 17 lives through Los Angeles Thieves, 19 for Paris Legion, and less than a minute to play with now. The map has been cut in half. You've got boat control right now for the LA Thieves, maybe able to get a pick or two, but you still have to worry about Desi. He has been top left-hand side of the minimap for a long time now as the time continues to fall.
This might be it, actually. Keep in mind, Desi right now, I'd say someone out of the play. The player's going to spawn right next to him, so maybe Desi have something to shoot at, but there's a couple player for Thieves. You got P1 control. Players trying to cut through the top side of the map. If they can just get to this point and stop the clock, Thieves, they have potential, but they are running out of time. Octane can drag down 1. And now Envoy again, he's in a spot. He just has no help left on the map. He gets chopped down, and Paris on defense on point.
Sitting in this spawn, Desi finding kill after kill after kill. It's the 5-speed right now. 27 overall. I'm not able to get any more, but the time is done. There's 10 seconds left. Thieves have got to go. They have to get to the point to force this one. Otherwise, we're going to go to the next map. We're going to see another one, and Paris have done enough. What a Herculean effort to pull it back in the end. And we came down to the tie. We're trying to find out exactly what's going on with the tiebreaker and how that one works. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a map 4.
I mean, so there's a decent chance I could be wrong, but at least from the testing I did just a week or so ago, it's kills this year, not the actual progression on the 6 that decides defense. And again, with the life lead that Thieves had earlier, again, it was the round on offense where they forced things a little too hard, where they ended up just getting picked apart. But shout out Paris Legion on defense. When they needed the dominance, they were able to deliver. Gavutu, they're able to pull it off, and we've yet to see a reverse sweep this year, but that is the requirement for Paris to win this series.
Yep, stats on your screen there, and Decimate had a fantastic turn of events, 29 and 20 overall. Both he and Temp, 22 non-traded kills. That's them getting a kill, regenning their health, and having a great time. On the other side of the board, there was Envoy, the man playing that island role, and truly that island boy was also a colossal pain in the backside.
Envoy, not necessarily a player I want to see completely tatted up like that. If he wants to get 1 or 2, I mean, hey, he can do whatever he wants, but
it's the hair as well. He looked insane.
Yeah, maybe not to the island. Yeah, okay, we got to move on from that. We're going to Tuscan for map 4 is where we'll be, shifting over towards Italy. And I believe this should be Paris Legion's map pick as well for the map 4. So we have a series on our hands as we go back through. Again, it's just going to be AR kills on AR kills across the board. Really just, I think, the big play is anytime from either team you're able to get in the opponent's spawn, that's where things get crazy. That's where you start to rack up the streaks. Envoy delivers a few times, but Desi and Temp on the flip side do the exact same thing. And again, that is just a map where 5 for 5 on defense.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Yeah, big stuff out of everyone there. No one really able to go big in the offensive rounds. But looking across the highlights, I mean, again, it was really the Decimate and Envoy show. They both went huge. John, again, a staple of the defense towards that ring side of the map as well. Everyone looking very solid here. And for Thieves, it was a decent start. It was a very commanding start. They looked confident, but Paris Legion, drip by drip, they just managed to work their way through and play the game mode to its fullest. So kudos to them. We will be going to another hard point now, and again, we have no idea where the series is going to go. We've got no expectations truly outside of, like, you know, thin power rankings that the coaches have put together, our own experience from scrims right now. It's anyone's guess who's going to walk away with a win today.
And especially so, I think from like a scrims point of view, there's like 4 teams that I basically haven't seen or have almost next to no information on. Atlanta FaZe is one of them. I'm assuming things are going well, but I haven't actually seen it. Florida is a team I haven't seen a ton of. They came out and just slapped a team around in the first match we saw, but Paris, another team. I simply do not know what to expect. And again, it was a very tight Gavutu in map number 1, and sort of the same thing can be said for the map number 3 as well. So Paris obviously have some fight in them. Maybe just not a Desert Siege team.
Not a Desert Siege team, clearly. But that first hard point of Gavutu, of course, was a real close one. They managed to come out on top there in the control. Now to Tuscan we go once again. Tuscan Hardpoint up next, and of course, Bocage. Search and Destroy, final map, game 5. Cannot wait. Excited?
I'm going to pronounce it correctly, I swear.
Well, you've done it every possible...
Every 4th time I'll get it right. I just have to go through the rotation.
I saw a lot of tweets about that. You've done every single iteration of Bocage. But we'll find out exactly how that one goes down. Up next, Tuscan Hardpoint. Going to be a lot of fun. And both teams looking cool, man. I mean, these were 2 squads. A lot of questions about Paris. Every single season there's a lot of questions about Paris. This could be the one. That's the game right there.
And I would say, surprisingly, again, like you're talking about the AR matchups, Fellow, in my mind, traditionally has been more of like a hyper-aggressive SMG player. Obviously, he is completely developed his game over time, but if you're just thinking to him compared to Octane for who's the better main AR, the instinct obviously goes towards Octane, right? One of the best ARs potentially of all time. I gotta stop saying that. Top 8, we'll just say top 8, whatever. Fellow, not so much, but he has had his number in the series, especially on Gavutu, just taking it to him. Fellow putting in some serious work, and again, it's an entire cast for Legion that were able to perform in that game number 3. To Toucan we go.
Toucan? Oh my God.
People say that.
Did you hear that? Did anyone else hear that?
Not a single laugh in the crowd. Not one.
That guy liked it. Here we go. Toucan Hardpoint. I'm going to help. Tuscan up next. Let's get it. This could be a really good one, man. I'm excited for this map. Both teams looking relatively evenly matched in the hard points. Paris slaying out on Gavutu, not able to quite walk away with a win. We will see if that hardpoint fundamentals are going to be able to give us a victory here for the LA Thieves. Will we go to a game 5 or will it be a 3-1? Ladies and gentlemen, find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Now let's get it.
They're still making episodes for that. I had no idea.
No, they're not. They're not.
I will say, so
Akira Toriyama's done his work, mate. He's earned his rest.
I'll take your word for that. No idea what you're talking about. I will say, Vanguard has been somewhat of like a game of extremes, right? We talk about like the P1 on Bocage, one of the most extreme like hills we've ever had. P5 on this is just the quick reminder that we don't have trophies in this game. P5 is a nade fest bloodbath. There will be more stun grenade kills on that hill than we have ever seen stun grenade kills in Call of Duty history, as Thieves open up with the perfect break. 4 down, pushed up, get some map control already. 15 seconds they have.
All dead, all time going their way. Now looking at the minimap, got to watch out for Dashy once again, looking to hit those flanks. Now Paris flooding out the front side of Church. Straza catching them unaware, gets himself 2. Dashy's up next, but he did manage to slip through. That could become a bit of a problem.
I was going to say, if you slip through and you start forcing the squad spawns on the wrong side of the map, that could actually be a dire situation. It turns into a 1v1 on the hill. Envoy delivers, finds the second, gets the read as well. Ton of time on P1, as good as it could really get for Thieves, is now they take their slow approach. Couple players coming through Church. They're looking for the flip.
And again, that's that thing about scrap time in this game. So important. Fellow with the first tips of the hard point in the second now. So going over towards Column. It's a big old statue at the base of the stairs. Fellow still alive and kicking, finding that time. Stunned up. How long can he hold on for? A little bit of a bunny hop as Octane gets involved, gets himself 2 more, and the kill's still flowing, and everyone's here. We're all here. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath. Thieves, back and forth we go. John with the kills. Octane, the last member of his team, up and about, and if he buys his time, 10 from the top rope. Yeah. With that, dead, 30 seconds left.
And finally, Paris actually get that plat control, right? That was sort of the thing they left open, but now that they're here, they should be able to collect the final bit of time. 24 seconds left, and actually, they flipped spawns. I think it was Dashy that was able to get out, push far enough up, that now Thieves are spawning on the quote wrong side of the map. maybe they're able to get the final few seconds, but even number 7, Temp, was there to fight for it. So that is 10 seconds in exchange for the rotation. Paris Legion, that is exactly what they needed to make happen. And look at the map spread. Got a player on roof, 2 players in the hill, top broken control, P1 control. This is as good as it gets to start off this hill.
Perfect hold right now from Paris Legion. John may be capable of getting a lot of kills here, doing a lot of damage. All he bought for his team was time through the mid-map. 2 more members of the Thieves come. Dashy making his way forward, and right now, the problem is not necessarily getting the hard point for Paris. It's holding onto this map position, and the kills are coming through. Thieves have done a lot of damage. They've snuck in through the back, and it's Envoy who's managing to make his way out now. Temp finds one, traded out immediately. Dashy up next, does get involved, does get the kills. You got a pinch still developing here on the point. Thieves not out of the fight just yet. There's the kill, there's the flip. This should be their time.
And that was fantastic. Not only break, but map awareness as well. As soon as players started spawning out P1, you actually saw Kenny there turn and expect the roof spawns. But as good as the awareness has been, the final few seconds are going to be a little bit scrappy. Fellow gets taken care of. Draza is going to be able to collect the final 10 seconds, and the rotation is now in. Dashy, though, he's got P5 covered. This is not a lane Thieves can easily go through. And you already see, again, a situation where Paris Legion, they have the setup for the rotation that they want. They need to turn this one into some time as they're down by 40 points.
Temp's nade doesn't land, doesn't hit a whole lot. Octane wins another fight. This Thieves win their ones right now. Shots are all in, kills all go their way, and the church is theirs. Somebody getting the point. Jiminy crickets, come on. Time's all theirs still. Kenny trying to watch the back, can't get much done. Draz is up next, pick a corner, any corner. Temp's nade lands and cleans them on out. Envoy's here now, and he's getting flooded, pushed on out, and it is an absolute mess on the inside of church. And Envoy, oh my word, he's just done a lap. Oh my word. Not able to get the second, but man, it was a worthy attempt still. Hardpoint somehow back in the hands of the Thieves, and they're still holding it.
I gotta say, though, that is 2 hills back-to-back for Paris Legion. Get somewhat of a solid setup. I mean, a perfect one 2 hills ago, and they just get broken down immediately. The Thieves just in full control. That fight for P5, by the way, this is the first time Thieves have really had an advantage on the rotation. Maybe with the number 4 Envoy falling, it's not as easy it can be. Looks like Draza might get taken out by the nades with the MP40, so as it turns out, Paris are here first.
Yep, Paris are in here first, and this is going to get messy. I would love to go for an LA Thieves listen in and let them try to break this.
Hey, here's your towel.
Low. Low stun. Low, that's I'll pick up low late. Low dead. Watch out. I got one mid. Nice, I res. Their side, fellow flooding. I can't get him. I got a stun on him. I
can get your mid.
I'm weak.
I
have
I say top blue.
I have all your. Their side. That's I'm looking up top.
You go their side. Their side
go flip out maybe.
Just flip. Yeah.
No.
Yo, I have mid from old.
Okay, I'm there. I'm you. I have you cut. They can be our side church. How many down? One shot.
I have a point.
Our pick goes.
Where'd he go? Where is he though?
They're Ivy right now. Let's
do it. They can push to our side. Let's play him.
Okay. Play our side with me, Loki. No, let's go mid. Okay. I'm going top 3. Give me a second. I can tell him.
I'm behind the blue. I'm behind the blue.
Mid alley.
In a second.
He can be left corner mid alley. I'm looking at fellow. Absent mid alley.
Down close right.
Down there. I'm leaving outside first.
Their side.
Nice, that's 2. Nice, our side probably. Our side. Lay down. He pre-fired me. He's one shot.
Oh yeah. We're coming.
Yeah, I'm going
behind me. Another one behind me as well.
Nice.
I
naded over.
I was naded this time. I'm sliding.
I got naded, bro. Go ahead. That's 2. Go.
You should go mid. Go mid.
I don't know where.
Nice going.
Nice. Try to cross it.
All good.
Do it.
We play right.
Let's play right.
The most kills by score streak we have seen this entire tournament so far. Unfortunately, it's on the teammates. Gotta say for Thieves, phenomenal small talk. I think that's honestly a crystal clear example of how they have been so successful on breaking these hills. I mean, down to the detail, the communication, the conversation. That's as good as it gets. If not for Dashy popping 3 pieces on the hill, this game, that score would look worse than it already does. But as it stands, Paris Legion, again, a situation where it's been 6 or 7 hills in a row where they win the rotation. The question is, can they actually hold on and get any sort of time?
Johnny Boy on a 5. We are not out of the woods yet. Okay, Dashy finds himself 2 more. He's on a 4 spree right now. As again, back into the hardpoint we go in Paris. They are not out of this just yet. The contest, as the pressure now mounting from the Thieves, and all 4 points of the compass are covered in red arrows. They're going in, they get the kills, and it is a perfect break and flip. There's 25 left on this hardpoint. Can't win the game here. Obviously, we go to 250, friends, but it's looking fantastic for the Thieves.
I mean, it's genuinely been absurd. Again, they've lost nearly every single rotation in this game. It just hasn't mattered. Now it's a situation, actually, Temp has been able to sneak through, potentially to start flipping these spawns. He hasn't quite run to the very back of the map. I think he's honestly expecting that they're looking for him, but Thieves aren't. Finally, they make that adjustment, but Temp has actually fired his gun. So now Thieves know they need to wrap back, so maybe a small window of opportunity not taken advantage of. As now Thieves finally get the setup towards new.
Ooh!
They just need someone inside the hill, and I mean, again, a 70-point lead. Temp making moves.
Yep, Temp making moves. That enables to slow it down. Kenny just fearless, flying into the kill, landing that one. Stops the spree from Temp dead there. And here we go. 40 seconds on this point. We're about to break over 200. LA Thieves looking to close the series here. Paris, got to get a good break here, lads, if you can. But Kenny, once again, finding the kills. Octane with 3 in the feed, makes it 5 in a row. That is a sensational bit of work. The kills now from the back. Can he get any more here? Octane still doing what he can, but the automatons run out of bullets. A fresh magazine, lad. Get in the fight. As Paris with a bit of hardpoint time, but I don't think it's going to be too much. And Octane couldn't buy a kill right now, dude. He's dry as a bone.
Number 2 on the map, Draza, he's got through. Maybe a similar situation where I think he's expecting to get hunted down or waiting for someone in the back tank. Nobody's there. His teammate's able to push through P2, so they actually have that bottom side of the map covered. And it's a situation, again, where they've basically just walked at every single hill that Paris has a setup, and they break it down instantly. The kill's going their direction again. The exact same situation. They just walk in. Thieves, they are making Tuscan look easy.
Not an easy map to really dominate on right now, but it's not quite finished. Still, Paris make an opening set of kills. Octane looking to get the high ground. Great timing on Dashy. Temp, not so much. The battle now inside Church. As the kills coming through, Kenny's managing to get the players off the point. Temp looking to find something from behind, but again, looking a little lost at this point in time. The 2 hits not landing. Oh my God, Octane gets it. There's Kenny now on the outside. Thieves with the point, looking to try to steal the dagger here.
Oh, and they're just going to flood through the middle of the map. It's all 4. Envoy, there's 1. Teammates get a couple more. Temp, last man standing, as this game is going to end here on Church. Nobody home from Paris. They can't get past them. Envoy looking for the 30 bomb before the game ends. Can't get it, but they get the dub.
And it's a 3-1 as Arlington erupts. A lot of Thieves fans in here, clearly. And a great showing from them. Aside from the Gavutu, a very, very dominant search and destroy performance there on Desert Siege, and both hardpoints not bad whatsoever. For Paris, still much to be desired. But I have to say, man, they're still looking pretty good.
I mean, the Gavutu certainly were a battle between these 2 teams, but outside of that, I think Thieves, again, just a clinical performance. And you know what that means? Tomorrow, OpTic versus LA Thieves.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed.
We are eating tomorrow. That's going to be a lot of fun. A look at the series, though. 3-1, a final score as we say thank you to Paris. But, hey, that's the way it works in the Kickoff Classic. It's a one and done, baby. It's a bit of a sweat. But here we go. Chance to look at the stats. Anything wild, crazy that sticks out to you there?
I mean, obviously, the Envoy, 29 kills, leading lobby and slaying is absolutely a standout. But honestly, if there was a stat of just number of hills broken, I'm not joking when I say almost every single hill outside of 2. I'm pretty sure Paris got the rotation early on, and Thieves basically just practicing their breaks, and they were consistent every single time.
Yep, a very strong finish there, 251-38 as we look across our highlights here on Tuscan. This final hardpoint, a strong showing from the LA Thieves. They've got to be feeling great about that one. And again, it's hard not to talk about it. Just tomorrow, they're going to be playing OpTic Texas. It is going to be a delight for Call of Duty fans. I mean, that's going to be a loud one. The crowd are still cheering. I mean, Kenny's just standing on stage. He's just up there standing. The crowd are already loving it. And again, he had a great performance so far. Highlight plays all around, man. Everyone looked good.
I mean, we saw him on Desert Siege, right? He could just be standing on the stage, but he probably accidentally clutched something while he was up there. That's just simply what he does. But highlights nearly over again. It is basically just the Thieves show. I mean, hey, maybe shout out Octane and Draza, just soaking up the hill time as well, you know?
Yeah, every team needs a couple of sponges, and those boys, I think it's objective kitties. I forget, Reddit has a new term for someone who plays hills very well. I think it's objective kitties, or Hill Kitties.
I'm
I
not
forget.
saying that.
No, it's a good one. No, it's a good one. It's wonderful. But there we go, friends. Maps and modes across the board. A strong showing from the LA Thieves and a nail-biting Gavutu Control. But less of that. More of what's going on stage, because here in the stadium, we're having a lot of fun. And it's been a great day. It's been a fantastic day of COD. Vanguard's it's lit. This game is nuts to watch, and it's even harder to cast. I'm going to now take a very long nap. Chance has been an absolute treat, and a treat we have for you, friends. Guy Blaze is on stage with Kenny.
What's up, Miles? Miles, definitely take a long nap. Give it up for the Thieves. Kenny, I've been on this stage all day, and this is the loudest the crowd has been for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
What a matchup. You come out on top. Tell me how you feeling this season. It's the Kickoff Classic, okay? And you're back on this main stage. How you feeling with the squad?
Feeling really good. I mean, the first match is always big for the season, just for momentum and confidence. Just went in and tried to do what we did in practice, and it showed that at least our hardpoint and S&D practice looked pretty good.
Yep.
So it's just good to show that practice paid off.
Yeah, the practice definitely paid off. And now with the new team, okay, you got Draza, Envoy, and Octane. Now, moving forward here, you know, come down to last year champs, it wasn't the best showing, but the new squad kicking it off. How you feeling about the boys, especially moving forward? You guys got to go up against OpTic tomorrow, and I know you've been looking at the bracket, and you ready to go.
Definitely going to have to prepare for them. I feel like our squad right now is really, really good. Just because our minds and how we take practice and our criticism and everything has been really good. Hasn't been too hostile of an environment or like went overboard. I feel like we've had good moments where we fix stuff instantly, and then also we take days to fix stuff. But like I said, it hasn't been any hostile moments, and just overall good practice for us. Except for the ping disadvantage most of the time. But other than that, practice has been going well, and the team's feeling good. We've been vibing, so excited for the season.
All right, so the practices have been compounding, they're vibing, and they are ready to go. Kenny, any shout out to the fans out there?
Shout out to all the fans, my family, my girlfriend at home, and my dogs. Thank you, guys.
All right, yo, that's going to do it for us here on the stage. Veli, close it out and take us away.
Lots of smiles and big love for Kenny and the rest of LA Thieves for pulling out that big win, but still 11-2 and a 5.5 KD on Hardpoint. He popped off, Allie.
No, he did. I mean, all across the board, I feel like they all had some standout maps. And that S&D, seeing the sniper in Octane's hands, man, it just felt like home, you know? It just felt so nutty. And then Kenny just popping off, dude. That was such a huge map for him. And then that map 5, of course, we had Envoy just doing what he does, just flying out of top church, getting 3 pieces like it's nothing. It was entertaining, for sure.
And it's only January, man, but it feels like Christmas tomorrow with OpTic facing off against LA Thieves. Are you as hyped as I am right now?
Bro, that match is going to be crazy. And you know why? Envoy gets to go and play OpTic, right? That's going to be insane. And what we saw of Envoy today was dope, man. He was out there doing his thing. For me, he was the MVP of that series. Like, he was making plays throughout that entire series. So excited to see him go up against the likes of Shotzzy and Scump.
Okay, now today we have 4 teams go home because of the single elimination bracket. Let's go ahead and recap it as we close out the day, starting with the first matchup of the day, Florida Mutineers versus the Los Angeles Guerrillas, a new look team coming straight from LA, and they took a hard L to begin this whole thing, Slack.
Yeah, man. I mean, Florida came out on literally guns blazing. I was super proud of all those guys. They all stepped into their new roles and adjusted accordingly. And I was super proud of Awakening, man. Like you said, Nameless, earlier, he was been getting a lot of flack throughout the year and through last year. People were saying that he wasn't playing so well on land. He switched to this new SMG role, and he's been doing his thing.
Yeah, I enjoyed that match a lot. You know, going into it, I was picking LAG to win. I thought that they were going to come out hot, but Hook, he did not have the best series. So I'm looking at him to bounce back. And honestly, everybody on that LAG roster, it's a prove-it year for them, like we said at the top of the show. And they definitely didn't prove nothing this match.
I mean, it kind of hurt watching that, right? Because every single player on that roster had moments where they just started to shine, but then we just didn't see the W at the end of the day. But thankfully for them, this is just a Kickoff Classic, and they can get better when the CDL progresses. Exactly. Definitely a wake-up call. Allie, last thoughts about these two teams.
I mean, LAG, again, these are all very individually talented players, but the problem is they're going to have to kind of live up to the expectation of these young guns going with such a veteran roster. And for me, I think they just really needed to start playing more together. The team cam just isn't there for them yet, and they're not meshing.
Now, the second match of the day, Seattle Surge, they were able to send the London Royal Ravens home, and wow, Seattle Surge, they're hot, Allie.
Seattle Surge, man, and going into this, I was like, if London's going to push them anywhere, it's going to be in the S&D, and they did exactly that. So I have some hopes for London Royal Ravens, but Seattle Surge, I mean, Sib played as consistent as it's expected to do. And he's done that every year he's played in the COD League. And to see him on a roster like this that he feels really confident in, I'm hyped to see what they do for the rest of the year.
Yo, Nameless, you think Lamar and the boys are going to go far tomorrow?
I think they're going to go pretty far. I like this roster a lot. They're very aggressive. Mac seems to be super comfortable on this team. You got to remember, like, Mac has only been playing for 2 years on a pro level, so now he has that experience under his belt. He's going to be able to do better things on the map.
And back at you, baby. The NYSL team going off against the Boston Breach. All maps were played, man. That was nuts.
Dude, that match was by far the best match of the day. Boston versus New York rivalry. It's a thing going through the rest of the season.
I like it.
And seeing Crim pop off, man, Crim's still nasty.
Yeah, man, I absolutely love watching these guys play again, and to see Clay get hyped in some of those cool moments that he had, that 1v2 clutch specifically.
Yeah.
You can see he's got that adrenaline flowing through him, and he's really in that LAN environment again, so it's awesome to see them, and can't wait to see what this Boston Breach team can kind of do over time with those, 2 new rookies. You got Nero and Capsidal, obviously their first LAN debut. Excited to see what they can do over the course of the year.
And we didn't give too much love to Nero in that series that he had, but on that Berlin, like, he was making plays going over towards P3, so, love what I'm seeing out of him and see it develop.
We're definitely going to see it more soon. And aLLeY, the last match of the day, the Los Angeles Thieves popped off in such a big way. And I called it. I said, Kenny's going to go crazy. And he did exactly that.
He did go crazy. Him and Octane on this map was just a pleasure to watch. And man, Paris, I know I predicted this being kind of a bit of a sweep, but they pushed them to the limit a couple of times. Like I said, I saw Fellow going off a couple of times, and Fellow, he has so much to prove, coming out of challengers, like I said. He has so much on his belt, as well as the rest of his team of John, Temp, and Des. Again, another vet squad that's just really struggling to get on their feet.
Nameless, you think Paris Legion are going to look a lot better as this season progresses on, or do you think that these are going to be just growing pains with this team?
They're probably most likely to make the first roster change.
Okay.
Keep it a stack. Like, Paris, their roster, it's a solid team. I could see it maybe getting better over time, but I cannot see them winning. I think they're going to recognize that, and they might possibly entertain making a change.
Well, hopefully some positive change comes through
That's
for that
really
team.
early, but
exactly.
I'm putting it out there because it looked bad.
All right, but you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket because something is about to look good, and that's going to be the matches that we are about to see tomorrow. You do not want to miss it. We're going to kick things off with the first game of the day. Woo! Atlanta FaZe versus Seattle Surge. And Slacked, I want Jamar to be here right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to watch Atlanta FaZe, right? We obviously have been gassing them up like crazy. They've come off a hot year and last year, and they're looking to do the same thing, right? They got the exact same roster, no changes needed there. And I just can't wait to see them in form, right? They're going up against the likes of Seattle Surge. We saw them play today in a hot 3-0 fashion. It's going to be a good match, man, but I don't know. I don't know who's going to take it.
It's going to be a great match.
I don't know who's going to take it.
I want Brad to pop off,
and
man.
Atlanta FaZe is taking that match. Come on now.
Listen, I'm rooting for the underdogs, but this is also the schedule for tomorrow. And aLLeY, which match is looking the hottest to you right now?
No way you're asking me that question right now, bro. Every day, the days get more exciting. This is the top 8 teams right now, and they could be tossed anywhere throughout this whole day. But if I really had to pick one, it has to be OpTic Texas and LA Thieves.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to say it. This has been a blast so far. This is my first time ever doing a CDL event. And, Nameless, Slacked, and aLLeY being on the desk with the likes of you guys, those big brains and good vibes all around. And Nameless, heading into day 2, we have some nice matchups. Tell the people at home about how excited you are to see them.
Bro, it's going to be lit. The Game Fuel marquee match that we have, OpTic Texas versus LA Thieves, that one's going to be absolutely incredible. And we get to see Toronto Ultra play their first match. Like, I haven't been able to watch the Toronto Ultra scrim the entire time. I know they weren't scrimming too much. Some of them went home, had some time over in Europe. And I want to see them come back with that teamwork they had last year and see Cammy come light it up once again because he was a superstar last year.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time to lock it down and get ready for tomorrow. It has been such a long and beautiful day. And for those of you at home, I'm going to say you definitely missed out. You should have been here. And for the people that was here, you heard the crowd. They went crazy, and we all had fun. But here at the CDL Kickoff Classic, presented by Zenni, I can't wait to see the top matches take place tomorrow, especially our marquee match, OpTic Texas versus LA Thieves. All of you beautiful people, stay safe. We love you. We'll catch you next time for more CDL action.